So, if you have something that's original, you can't really butcher it. So that's a Norton High Rider. I've got the original seat over there. I've got this other one just so I can ride it and not damage the original seat, which is probably unobtainium. But anything else is fair game. You can do what you want. Well, it's got to be legal and roadworthy. You can buy something that's registered and then do what you want and get around, but I prefer to do it properly. So here's 3 of my bikes. 1, 2, 3. This is, and I put stickers on them. Built, not bought. Number 1. I've got stickers going up to 9. And I got them when I first retired, which is not long ago. And I built 3 bikes since I retired. So this is built, not bought, number 1. I bought this bike very cheap. Electric glides are not, this is 1984 electric glide. Early electric glides are not so popular. I don't know if it's the same all around the world, but they're cumbersome, they're heavy, they're not anything to sort of get excited about. I've taken a lot of weight off this, which was my plan. So this is just over 300 kilos now. And I have bags on the back. I swore I'd never have a bagger. But you can carry stuff and wet weather gear. I hate getting wet. So what have I done? So I bought this cheap. So now I have this custom bike. It probably owes me under $10,000. I bought it real cheap, so I'm saying under $10,000. I've done a lot of mechanical work as well, but just cosmetics. If you bought a cheap one of these, I'm thinking you'll get one that's sitting in the shed in Australia, maybe even down as low as 6,000 or 7,000. Mag wheels, that's what I like about them. All you have to do is polish them up. You don't have to get new wheels and new spokes and stuff like that. You just got to polish them up and paint the backgrounds. That's what I've done. It's the original disc rotors. They're stainless steel. All I did was polish them up. The fork sliders, all I did was polish them up. Brake calipers, all I did was polish it up. I changed the front mudguard because I was trying to save weight, so that's fiberglass. You don't need to do that. The mudguards I painted myself. They're just gloss black. It's just brake hand. Something I always look for, if you're going to buy a bike, you want a good tank with a good paint job. Otherwise, I don't paint my own tanks. I'm not good enough to do that. You know, with all this pinstriping and what have you. Even if they are decals, you know, it's still, they've done a trade, you know, they know what they're doing. Okay, so basically all I've done is polish it up. This was covered in rust, that's why I got it cheap. So all I've done, polish. Obviously, I've taken the batwing fairing off, so I put this this bikini fairing on. That was cheap, made in China, 60, 70 bucks. New lights on the back, I did lash out, they're all brand new. I'm into lightweight and I don't have a problem with plastic from China, so tail light and bottom light are from China, made from plastic, they're very light. I bought brand new original indicator because I like them so much, and they only come on this early glide, so I bought them brand new. But yeah, that was extravagant. Same exhaust tips, they were on special, they were 50 bucks each. It's the original exhaust system. It's rusty and a bit shitty, but looks alright, I don't know. Seat, that's a Sportster seat. I actually, when I painted the guard, I welded a nut underneath so I had something to bolt it onto. Yeah, I've done a little bit of engineering stuff. Because I put a McKinney, I had to raise the tank, but in hindsight, I would probably put a CV on it and not raise the tank. Because it had been sitting for so long and it needed a new carby. So, you know, if you buy a bike real cheap and it hasn't been running for 10 years, you have to allow like $1,000 for stuff like that, a new carby and maybe ignition system. But, yeah, so that's built not bought number one. Here's number two, a Sporty. Same. Nothing special. And what have I done? Polished it up and painted it with a spray can. Does it look any good? Have I wasted my money? I paid $5,000 for this Sporty. It's very low kilometres. Yeah, so I put a later model tank. It's always got to have a good tank, So I bought this off eBay, came off a later model, I think 05 or something. This is a 92. I like the older bikes because here in Victoria, Australia, we can do a club permit on any vehicle older than 25 years, so it's cheap registration, and I can go wherever I want. So I bought this fiberglass ducktail. I think that was about $250. So I have put a little bit of money into it. Maybe if I've done mechanical, I always fiddle with the engine. But I'm not counting that. But cosmetic-wise, I would have spent $1,000, I suppose. Maybe not even. Oh, the tank was $450. Oh, yeah, the ducktail, $250. Tins of paint. I've cut the front guard, the little chromey thing on the front. They're like, I don't know, $50 on the time they get here. Tail light, indicators, cheap. Plastic, China. It already had this left to ride stuff on it. It's not really my thing, but because of the gold, the lift to ride had gold in the background, and it matches the bike. So yeah, so it stayed on there. There you go. So you can see I haven't spent a lot of money, but it looks better than yours, doesn't it? Right, built not bought number three is a little Honda. Same again, you're trying to get some, if you ever want to sell it, you're hoping it's worth something. So this is a Honda 125 twin cylinder, 4-stroke. So they're not dropping out of trees. It's not everywhere, this bike. So, you know, and it's been modified, which before I got it, so all I've done is finish this one. This was 3/4 built when I got it. So all I've done is finish this one off. And of course I've polished and painted everything, haven't I? And I've still got a bit more to do, and use your imagination. You know, these indicators and stuff like, and the taillight. You know, it all looks so cute, and it's not expensive. These are cheap. The indicators were $20 for the 4, and the taillight was $50 or something. I had to make a bracket. I've done bits and pieces, and I bought new shockers. Whoever had built it had gone for the look, whereas my bikes have to be rideable. So his shockers were too short, and I put spacers in the front shockers, and I guess I'm lucky I can do a bit of engineering and what have you. So, but this is just a cheap China seat. I've made. It's got a 2-in-1 exhaust on it. I made this guard myself. I have engineering skills, so perhaps that might be a problem for you. But I think you can buy chrome ones that actually that hold on with worm drive clamps. So you could actually buy something to cover that. But little mirrors, I think they were $25, $30. See, I've made everything small because it's a small bike. The mirrors are small, the indicators are small, everything to match the bike. I've still got to hook up the speedo because somebody's put a different front end in it. But there you go, built not bought number 3. Can you see that this might be worth something? It's hard to value bikes at the moment. They're sort of down a bit, but I would like to think this is worth $5,000 or $6,000. so that I haven't wasted my money. So what I'm saying is, don't buy a Honda 125 single cylinder 4-stroke and do all this stuff to it. It all might be very nice and stuff, but at the end of the day, everyone's got one of them, you know. It's never, I don't think you're going to get your money. Don't drop a lot of money into something that nobody's going to want. Don't. It's a cool sort of Harley. If I want to sell this, I could sell it. I would think. Same with the Sporty. I think I have sold the Sporty. I'm emotionally attached to this, so I've sold it to someone I know. Yeah, there you go. So anything, you know, and I'm not, I like me Harleys, but it doesn't have to be a Harley. What about me Honda? Because that's mainly original, you can't mess with that. But if you could find, see, that's a TL trials bike. If you can find something different like that, that's what I'm saying. If you could find a TL, so yeah, before I said don't do up a Honda 125 road bike, everyone's got one. If you've got a Honda TL trials bike, oh yeah, you can do one of them up, and you'll probably get your money back. There you go. Did you learn anything? I don't know. Did I say what I wanted to say? Yeah, have a go anyway. So all these bikes will pass the roadworthy. Can you see what I've done? So I built custom bikes, but I haven't gone way over the top. Just because you saw it in a magazine, doesn't mean, you know, like. So do your homework before you start doing this weird, wonderful idea that you have. All right, signing off. Over and out. Thanks for coming. Please subscribe. I should have said that earlier, shouldn't I? Because you're probably gone by now. You're probably gone to sleep or something. And I'm just crapping on. Bye for now.